And welcome, one and all, once again to Voice Acting. I am your host, the Cannonball, Alex Steele.
And I am his partner, the Package, Andrew Steele.
A.K.A. the Cannon. And I think you'll notice something a little bit different, don't you think?
Yeah, a little bit different. Look at this. Look at us. We both got headphones. We both got speakers. We both got microphones. And, we both can hear each other.
Absolutely. This is fantastic. I cannot wait for this part of the adventure. I'm going to take this down a little bit. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about, me having the headphones and Andrew, he still can't hear the game audio right now.
Nope.
But there's a piece of equipment coming later this week that will complete the transition. So, we're 90% there, guys. So on top of the new hardware, on top of the new theatrics, we do have another piece of business to discuss with all of you, which is... Who wants to say it? You want to say it? Or let me say it.
Well, we are undergoing a name change, folks.
Yes, sir. Now, obviously, the graphic that you see before you does indeed say Condor's Gaming Corner, but we are transitioning our material, and then we are going to rename this channel the Steel Twins. That's right. The name of the channel is going to be named the Steel Twins Gaming. The Facebook page is already changed. We changed YouTube. We changed Twitch. We changed Trovo. So wherever you go to look for us, that's our handle, the Steel Twins Gaming, or the Steel Twins.
Yeah.
And links have been provided in the initial post that went out. And if you need, just let us know.
Yeah.
If you need, okay, so, yep. So this is the very last stream of the year 2022. It's, we've started this whole streaming project, 2 years ago now? I think we did. I think we started with the original voice acting was like, it had to have been in early 21. I mean, we've been doing this for we've been doing this for a couple years now.
Yeah.
And we're only going to get better.
Yep.
It is partially thanks to your support. We could not do this without each and every one of you. Yes, I'm talking about all three of you. You guys rock. You guys are rock stars. And, there's bigger and better things ahead. Cannonball Run just got a nice shot.
Oh, look at this. Maddie. Thank you so much for liking the stream, Maddie.
Thank you so much. And, come on in, hang out for a little bit. We got the PlayStation all primed up and ready to go. We spent the last couple of hours trying to figure out these audio issues, but man, we powered through them just in the nick of time. So I can't wait anymore, though. I mean, I've been waiting for this all week. We are going to start the next part of Bridge to the Turnabout.
It's time for the trial.
So, folks, before we do, we do have to give our little sponsor here, unofficial sponsor, Diet Faygo. Or rather, Faygo Red Pop. It's good stuff, and we're going off pop starting January 1st. We're going to try that for a whole month, just water and healthy drinks. But we're going to live it up in the last couple of days of 2022. So do me a favor, twist the cap. And if you're holding a cold drink in your hands, it's got a pin, pull that pin back. Because Package, what? So Package, what time is it?
It's time to get bombed.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Oh, yeah. That feels good.
Sure does. It sure does.
Yeah.
Okay. So enough of the jibber jabber. We're going to go straight to the voice acting stream.
All right. Let's we
went to the PlayStation store to get out the noise. Okay, there it goes.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let
me go ahead and open up the old book face.
The book face or the TubeU, but
book face, the TubeU, the
Trovies,
or is that what it's called? I don't know.
Trovo.
So
well, whatever.
Let's press that X button.
Let
me see here. Can I turn that down a little bit?
Is that good? That's good, isn't
That
it?
should be good. That should be plenty.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's loud. It's loud enough on here, and we'll turn the gain up a little bit here. Yeah, that should be perfect.
Yeah.
People should be able to hear us, and I can hear myself think, and it'll be all good. So
Yeah. Let's see. Live. Switch to Steel Twins Gaming. You can go back to Streamlabs here. See if we can track all the likes and all the comments and whatnot. That way you
well,
won't
I
have
should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're still adjusting even as we speak, but yes, we are live and in living color. Still putting the new still putting it together. Order in the court.
Order in the court.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
What are we waiting for?
We will continue, and we will continue with episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. We're gonna go. Yes, let's load the second data, and we are underway.
Let's go.
February 9th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1.
Oh my, Mrs. Lorice feels that way about me?
Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed.
I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing.
Worry not. In any case, whatever it was that he saw on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him.
Does that mean Mr. Lorice is the witness today?
No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand.
Sister Bikini.
He claims to have seen the very incident in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Ms. Lee's donut, correct?
That is correct. It wasn't me.
Very well then.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes?
you're a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed.
Don't worry. I've made the necessary arrangements.
I see.
Iris, it is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I am a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people, and to believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once.
Mr. Edgeworth,
I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I am fit to do the task I have been entrusted.
Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands.
All right, here we go. February 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 7.
Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Azakura Temple. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Indeed. I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. It would seem this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. I am ready to announce my verdict at this time. This court finds the defendant... Einspruch!
The prosecution stands ready.
And you are...
Oh boy, I'm not going to be speaking for a while here.
Francisca von Karma, prosecuting prodigy.
Oh, you'll hear my gumshoe voice in a minute.
Von Karma, you say? And perchance you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma?
legends are a thing of the past. I am a Von Karma. That is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purposes of prosecuting this case.
You did? Well, you must be quite a big shot, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? I'm almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before. Or am I just imagining things?
Here we go.
You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor. Ms. Von Karma, do you have anything to say?
There is no such weakling as this man among those of the prosecutor's office.
There isn't? But I'm sure. Once before, Ah!
I told you, there is no such weakling.
What is that, whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove that whip and...
Hold it!
Hold it! I have no objection to the whip. You don't... The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee, but there is still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today.
This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth.
Mm-hmm.
I had expected to face Phoenix right here today. But looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers.
I see you brought your flair for the histrionic.
Histrionic.
Allow me to add two things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court. Ah!
This stage is set. Now continue with the proceedings, Your Honor.
Very well. Ms. Von Karma, please give an outline of the case, with as little whipping as possible.
The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Ellie Stoneham. Her body was found in the Hasakura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue.
The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene. And the photo added to the court record.
I'm gonna take a look at that.
There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, you got her.
There is... State your name and occupation, please.
Hold on here. I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight. If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain plagued witness. Bailiff, fetch a crate for this poor lady, please. Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, that's better.
Once again, your name and occupation, please.
Hello, me. Well, I'm the head nun of the Hasakura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone.
But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now. Oh!
The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with literary in their hearts should leave the sanctuary at once.
You want me to leave?
No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer.
I think you're different. In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question.
That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that.
Let us hear what you have to say then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh? A boot.
So, okay, let me try to work my way through this, but you do have that at the ready.
Yes, I do.
That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple. But, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So, I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. There's no bath at the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long, hot soak. Because after I had finished, just as I was heading back. That's when I saw it.
I think there's a contradiction here.
Well, obviously there is.
So it was simply coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple?
Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple.
That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made.
There is only one problem with his testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall as the first hurdle now, are you, Miles Edgeworth?
Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination.
All right, let's read it again. So the night of the murder. So that night I was helping an acolyte with her training, and yes. Well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently, yes. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to the Hazakura Temple.
No, I don't think you did. Check the court record for a bit.
Is there, okay, so hold on a second.
Look at Iris's,
Oh yeah, she didn't leave Iris. Iris was still here.
Yeah.
So let's see. Iris had landed the lights out bell at 10 p.m. and was then in her room until the murder was discovered. So maybe
Present that.
Let's present that.
Objection! Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all.
Well. Don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of Hazakura Temple.
In that case, Ms. Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all.
No! She said that?
Einspruch! A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back.
Objection! That is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi.
That's odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
Just need have honest eyes.
All people lie. That is my belief.
Why am I the only one being whipped in here? Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie, which means you must call your memory into question.
Dear. You're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that isn't exactly what I...
My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in the winter.
Then I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you're going to question the memory of this witness, you'll need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence. Understood, Your Honor. It's naive to think that alone would do the trick. And please add your comments about Iris to the testimony.
A boot.
Let us return to the cross-examination.
That night I was helping Natalie with her training in the inner temple, but you can see my back likes to act up violently. Okay, Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner.
No, she wasn't.
Really?
Present something.
Oh, that's right. Oh, the hood was left behind.
That's right.
So,
Objection. Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon warding hood, correct?
of course, that is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute.
Einspruch! Hold it right there! Why do you have that?
That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Ms. Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night, before the lights out bell was rung.
Was?
You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the Irish she saw should have been missing this very hood.
Well.
That's not good. Not a bad feeling at all. This, I don't understand. Order in the court. What's your...
Sister! This Hood, you have spare ones around the temple, don't you?
Spares? Well, I do tend to make too many of them.
I see. Stockpile. A surplus of hoods, eh?
Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned.
Then this is quite strange.
If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here.
I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt. Witness, while I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this.
Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple.
Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. We just need a little more simulation to bear fruit. Contradictory simulation. Stimulation.
Okay, here we go. So after my bath. I finished my bath around 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look, and Iris was... Oh, Mystic Elise! And with that sword of all things! Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room, which faces out into the courtyard. And the stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. Nope.
No,
I know
no,
that,
no.
right? Those bruises were post-mortem.
Mm-hmm. You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be much like Miss Von Karma would be Mr. Edgeworth in Two and Cart, and me seeing it all the way from this very chair. Well, something like that. This judge, his imagination is about as vivid and as creative as Detective Gumshoe.
I would like the fool if I commented on such foolishness. I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth.
Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours?
After my bath.
Well, find a contradiction.
Yep, so I think I found it. Finished my bath. So I walking back, heard a noise in the courtyard. Mystic Elise with a sword, staying in the corner room which faces out into the courtyard. Stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. Well, it was not. It says here, Dr. Temple, report taken by only pupil. Time of, okay, look at this. The autopsy report says right here, body fell 10 feet after death.
Aha. Objection! Impressive logic. That's what I like to say anyway.
Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter.
However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Ms. Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report?
The autopsy report?
The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed.
Ah!
That's right. It says after death right here. The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall? Ah! Order! Order! The victim was killed and then fell. If that's the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree?
That's the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of the window down into the courtyard below.
Objection! Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Donham's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree? Miss Von Karma, was there any blood? Wah!
No traces of blood were found in the victim's home.
The whip has just caused traces of blood to be found in my glorious playoff here. However, if there was no blood in the room, then you're Wah!
I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this. As I'm sure Your Honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
when it produces the most blood.
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If we want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed. But the weapon's still in place. It acts like a lid on the wound. It's true. If the weapon's still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of this window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions.
Order! 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 I must admit that this is a probable version of events. I expect no less from Francisca von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. It seems that we need a clear testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please, remain standing on the crate.
Uh,
Don't
Don't go selling me short now. Jeez. The weight of winter snow has me bent out of shape, especially my back and my mood.
bent me out of shape.
Sister, please, give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here.
With the whip?
Oh boy. All right. All right.
Further details.
Here we go. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I awoke, Mystic Amy was stabbing Mystic Elise through the back. Well,
This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory.
Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth.
Perfection is an impossibility, Francisca Von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that.
all right, let's see here. Let's get a look. This sounds pretty airtight, but I looked across the scene. The sword was already in place.
I was already in place.
Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. I should press on that.
Go ahead. Hold it. And carefully. This is very important.
It's Iris we're talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth. No, when I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Elise's body.
Might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory.
The victim was stabbed in her home and then dropped into the courtyard. I think this poses rather well, Miles Edgeworth.
I've never seen so much blood before.
What about the blood? Press on that. We need more. Hold it. So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood?
That's right. Some of it had splattered on Iris, too.
When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room, and her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner.
What? Those were blood flecked as well?
Hey, it's
It's
our
our
good
old
buddy
buddy.
Scott Ryan.
Is that an unnamed bikini? That sounds like a stripper cram. Yep. If you can believe it. If you absolutely can believe it.
It seems quite conclusive to me. Yeah, how accurate, Scott? What should I do? Press this point further?
Every single time,
Yes.
press it further.
Going back to your previous statement, you said that you saw a little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now, you say you saw the victim bleeding?
Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw.
Wait, what did you see?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pour the sword out of her plain as day.
Pulling the sword out?
Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out.
Witness, you will add this statement to your testimony.
Oh, was that important?
More important than you can imagine.
I saw the instant in which the blade plunged into the hilt was smoothly drawn out.
Now,
Into the hilt?
into the hilt. Nope.
Nope. Objection. Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least I like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here.
What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar. But you're a handsome young man, so I will forgive you.
What contradictions are you talking about?
Pulling the sword out. That's what she said.
Thank you, Scott. We'll be here all week.
Enjoy the meal. Don't forget to tip your waitress.
In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. What do you mean? Please explain.
Explain yourself.
To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that.
Einspruch. Doesn't appear? What meaning is trouble? I too may appear to be weak and frail, but I can crush men under my heel and make them weep. So I should choose. Should I so choose?
Objection stands.
Holy crap, the murder picture looks like it needs a Brazzers logo in the corner. Oh, stop it.
Oh my gosh. you and your jokes.
Real
man.
quick, put the cute voice on.
Oh, stop it.
That one's for you, buddy.
I went a little back there, must admit. Objection. That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed in the body up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly.
That's
Also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts as a plug of sorts. Oh, you stop it. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding.
I'm going to go back to the Streamlabs. I want to take a look at the time.
Einspruch. That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with a shaky shaitel.
Yep, that's what he said. Cheeky Shido.
Chicky Shido.
Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss.
Huh?
Objection. I'm not finished. There is still one more conclusive contradiction. You still got more? This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it?
And that's why I chose it.
If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword.
9.
Order.
Bravo, Brass Edgeworth. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that.
What does this all mean? You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but having come this far, there can only be one answer.
And that is,
The weapon used to kill the victim was not the Shikashido.
Oh.
a foolish idea born from the foolish mind of a foolhardy foolish fool.
Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon?
Well, it's because Mystic Amy was holding it.
Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. Influenced us to believe that the Shikashido was the murder weapon. Order. Ah!
So maybe the Shikishaita was not the murder weapon.
Let's try it again. Nat 9.
Yeah, I said.
Even if that's the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with his sword-like object.
That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises. The obvious question? And the foolhardy foolish fool saw a sweaty Stephen Avery and followed him down the sweaty hallway to discover he was sweaty.
Sweaty. I gotta finish that sometime.
Yes. Namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found.
That's...
Answer the question, Miss Fun Karma.
No evidence of that kind was found.
Another mystery to throw onto the pile. A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast.
Excuse me, could I say something? I just remembered something, actually.
What is it, sister?
I was just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was just over there.
What exactly are you going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe. I think I might know where the sword was disposed of.
You what? Oh, ow, oh, ow, ow!
Well then, I think we need to hear your testimony from you one more time, sister.
Impossible. What else? What else could this old woman have seen?
I don't know. What is she remembering it for? That's the question.
Location of the weapon.
I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there, I saw tracks. Tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used.
What? I mean, there was one there.
It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all.
We need more info on this. Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape. What with my back and my age, you know.
Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Every time I do it, makes me laugh. Snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, that certainly is an interesting theory.
You gotta swallow that mic, dude. Just swallow it.
Oh. You could hear me?
I mean, I can hear you, but I can hear you better if you swallow your mic.
The tracks begin in front of Hasakura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge.
Okay, taking that night from main gate to Dusky Bridge.
That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon.
Did you really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please.
Scott, you...
Yeah,
swallow it, you dirty
girl. Oh, my gosh. Oh, boy. All right, location of the weapon.
I saw the murder at around 11 p.m.
That's true.
And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate.
Did she?
Did she?
No, she asked Phoenix Wright to go get the phone.
And now I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used.
Press on that.
Press it, huh?
Yeah. Hold it! As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when we visited.
Yep.
That's it. That's the only one we have. It'll run no matter how much snow falls.
Now, you're certain the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived?
Yes, of course. It was parked in front of the gate.
So, she had already gone, discarded the murder weapon, and returned by that time.
I'm not sure if this is really relevant. What should I do?
Every single time.
Press further.
Press further.
I need answers to every possible doubt. The snowmobile in question. Was it still warm at that time?
Huh? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean, eh?
What do you mean, Miles Edgeworth?
Well, I don't think she is, but let's find out. I mean, crazier things have happened. They might go that way, betting the nun is the murderer.
I'm playing to a slow crowd here. It goes without saying that using a snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, then it means it was recently used.
Ah, I see. I never thought of that.
That's right. I overlooked that too.
Of course you did.
Answer the question, please, witness.
I don't often go around touching hot engines. However, now that you mention it, there wasn't any snow on it.
Snow?
Right.
Yes, for some reason, only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow.
Hmm.
There wasn't any snow on it? Curses. It seems highly likely that the killer did use a snowmobile then, eh?
How long does it take to get to Dusky Bridge by snowmobile?
5 minutes.
She's hiding too much. There's something going on there.
Okay. So, listen, 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon in the Eagle River and came back while that was knocked out.
Take a look at the tracks photo again.
The what photo?
The tracks photo.
The-
There may be a contradiction here.
oh, there's absolutely no snow on it there.
No snow on the snowmobile at that time.
Right?
So-
what's that?
Well, present it. I say present it.
Here?
Yeah.
From here? How does this make
Objection. I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder.
You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth.
However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks?
Oh.
What do you mean?
Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be 2 sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back.
Aha.
I see.
Huh? You're right.
You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall.
Ah.
This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it?
I see. And while she was at the river, the snow stopped. Even just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth?
Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks?
Sounds like to me it's flawless.
There is a contradiction.
There is one. Okay.
The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Ms. Von Karma, that is impossible.
Would you care to explain? Why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction?
No need. The evidence will do all the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge in order to dispose of the murder weapon. The outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Ms. Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by the snow.
Let me see here.
What about the weather data? See it?
A regional report for the night of the crime.
Check.
So let's check it out. So Eagle Mountain weather data: snow with occasional lightning strikes. Snow 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m.
And
Lightning, and then lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m.
So the murder happened at 11 p.m., right?
Yep, it sure did. So lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out.
I think that may be it.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Take that.
Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime.
Like I said, it was around 11.
Of course, this means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. Here's the weather report. Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped at around 10:50. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. Order! Order! Very well then. It looks like Miss Von Kerber's claim has been snowed in. What?
It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Answer me this then. When is the weather report ever correct?
No. You got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast. This is actual data.
Forecast data, all weather reports have some inaccuracies. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m.
It's true. We cannot be totally sure, eh? What? How did you pull that off? It stopped snowing in Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. We need to provide conclusive evidence of this. We've come this far. There's no turning back now. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony.
You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth.
Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Where is your evidence that it had already stopped snowing when the victim was killed?
Let's see here.
Take a look at the crime photo.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
well, I mean, there's no... I mean, it doesn't look like there's snowflakes here.
No, it stopped snowing. Take that!
Try that.
Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed.
That's right. But proving it, that is...
Incredibly easy. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I'm referring to the photo of the crime scene.
Hey, real quick, guys, if you're listening to this, tell us if the voice is okay, if the background music's good enough, or if it's too loud or whatever. We kind of need to know.
Yeah,
obviously, we'll review this after the fact. So, continue.
As you can see, everything is covered with snow, with just one exception.
And that is...
The victim herself, Ms. Elise Dono. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed. That's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph, there should be two sets of tracks. Order. Just what are you...
Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself. But this is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used a snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing.
Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow.
Then, when this person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remain.
Isn't that what Francisca was trying to prove just now?
Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me.
does, sister.
There is only one key for the snowmobile.
Furthermore, on the night of the question, we know that the defendant had it.
Do you know? For sure?
The key was found in her room after the murder.
Oh.
Which can only mean that night, Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple.
But Iris said that she never went there.
Huh, now who's lying?
I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance.
The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge, so she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot.
That sounds right.
But what's odd is when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple, I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge.
You must have just failed to see it, sister.
Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw was covered in snow, too.
Now what?
But that is impossible! Order! Order! Order in the court! What does this all mean? So then what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. Never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I think we've learned all we can from this witness.
Yes, I've nothing more to add. I've told you everything that I know.
But then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile.
Oh boy.
I think I know who. A witness, huh?
Something smell?
And I think I know what it is. Was there no one out walking perhaps near Dusky Bridge on that night?
I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in that. Unless they had something really important to do.
Like what? That's a shame. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor, actually there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. Really?
You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder?
I don't know for sure if he saw it or not, but there are 2 things about him that do come to mind. Which are, first, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder.
And the second being?
This individual that I am thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about?
Well, I know exactly. Remember, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
Take that! This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc Delardic's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting. This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise Dover. A student? Interesting. Why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder? That's... Tell them all about his designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him, although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason.
And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, what exactly was it that he saw?
I intend to extract that from him, right here in this courtroom. Summon this youth as a witness immediately.
I have no choice, do I?
I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well. Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday, but today, I'm going to get everything out of you. The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Ms. Von Karma, please see to prepare the next witness.
Understood, Your Honor.
Good. Well then, court is now in recess.
Whew, here we go. That's part one to be continued. How far are we along?
Yeah,
Only
let's take a
an hour.
look.
We are 55 minutes. We're good.
Oh yeah, let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep on trucking. Yeah.
Keep on rolling.
What?
Yeah, rolling.
What?
Okay. February 9th, 11:15 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are two things which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
Right. I'll help you any way I can.
First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hasakura Temple.
Very well. The second thing then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the times Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder, sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There's only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me.
So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh boy.
Cyclops! Hold this
Whoa,
one. Oh, this
It's
one's
ironclad.
This is airtight. Iris.
I can't tell you about that yet.
Yet.
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Her?
The safety of the acolyte.
The acolyte. She must be talking about Maya. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Donut?
No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life.
As I thought. No Cyclops. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough.
Well, she might not have been the one to do it. February 9th, 11:36 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 7.
She may be
Say that again.
She may be guilty of a different crime.
Oh.
Court will now reconvene. Ms. Von Karma, where's the witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Suspicious behavior?
He was sketching something very intensely.
Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
I can only presume that his intent was sketching. Ah!
Anyway, it's time to try this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Laurie Stoneham, I hope you're ready. Get in here!
It would seem that whip's going to see plenty more use today.
This guy.
Oh!
Your sketch is in contempt of this court.
Hey, I was just artistically rendered.
Ouch! You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct?
Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist, training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because they ran out of green paint. Well, to use the technical term for the color, Peridian.
Larry, this isn't an art store now, is it? I know. I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? You're working in the fields? I presume he wanted to say field work, I hope. That's it. Thanks, buddy.
Kind of sad that I was able to understand the mangled trademark in the sentence.
I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. So see, I got nothing to do with this trial at all. I expect all your face to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or, to use the technical term, crimson lake. Ouch! Ow, 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 ouch, ow, ow.
Stop your pathetic blabbing and testify like a man!
Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross whipping is as bad as cross checking. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify now.
This is too much for me.
Oh, it's going to get worse.
What I saw. I was at that lodge out in the mountains, looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I edgy?
Oh, boy.
Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony.
I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I? But why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation or anything else?
Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex.
He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people. Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy.
Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time.
Okay.
You can provide commentary if you want. I think I'm all the talk.
Yeah, it's all of this is talk. Jeez. Yeah. Is that lodge? Okay, so
Out the lodge out in the mountains, look up at stars at night.
yeah, let's keep going. Went to the bridge a number of times, but
Continue.
Yeah, keep going. Didn't see he stuttered.
Hold it. Larry? You really didn't see it? Hey, no need to hit your desk. I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile.
He stuttered.
Larry, say snowmobile for me, please. Snowmobile. If you truly have nothing to hide, then why are you stammering like you just flew over a cuckoo's nest? Shut up. What is this? I don't know. Don't ask me. Seems that I'll need to start from a more obvious contradiction. I'm gonna strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans.
Let's keep going.
You didn't see anyone at the bridge? Yes, you did.
Let's
He
see.
did see somebody at Dusky Bridge. Remember when?
You saw Phoenix, you doofus.
Yeah.
Wait, right?
Objection. Larry Butts, I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry. But having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could be considered a step in the right direction. Edgy, are you trying to console me?
It certainly doesn't sound that way to me.
However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incident you created. Whoa, you're totally pinning this on me. Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. That's right, me in the flesh.
Listen carefully. Doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change.
But what do you want me to do then?
Larry,
What you need to change is your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night,
testifying truthfully about this one issue is all I need from you. Edgy, I think I finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well. I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder?
Okay.
What I saw, part 2. I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been around about 10:30 p.m.
Mhm.
I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me.
Okay.
I looked out the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out.
So he said it was saw at 10:30, but the weather report says lightning was 10 to approximately 11. Okay, so it makes sense. 10:45.
There was still some thunder, but I went right to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you?
So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire?
It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burnt out. Like, almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall.
What did you say?
Oh, don't worry. It's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold.
I never know is that man if he should be called lucky or unlucky.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination.
Okay. So let's see here.
Okay, what I saw. I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been about 10:30 p.m.
All right, so the
Two.
murder took place at 11, and lightning struck the bridge at 10:45.
I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me.
Okay.
I looked out the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. Still some thunder. We need some info on that. Hold it! You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that? The lightning fell, and then the bridge caught on fire. Maybe around 5 minutes.
That's interesting. That's important.
I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out.
How far is the small shack you were from the bridge?
Hold on. Well, it had pretty much stopped snowing.
Aha!
I guess about a 5-minute walk.
Aha!
And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there? Like I had recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfires kids make during school camping trips can compare. Well, pushing for a little more info. Why didn't you call anyone? Larry, let me ask you one thing. What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face? Why didn't you call anyone? Huh? What do you mean? Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and tell someone. Oh, what's up?
Turning my headphones down a little bit.
Okay. There is a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct? Well, of course I thought of doing that. Sure then. Let's hear why you didn't. Huh? Yeah, okay. A reason. My reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone. I just didn't have time to, okay?
Arrived at the bridge.
I arrived at the bridge, and Nick showed up less than a minute later. Less than a minute?
Less than a minute? Huh, let me press-
What about the weather data?
Okay, well, if we're gonna present the weather data again, lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out.
It's 30 minutes.
Well, still, I mean, Well, the bridge was like, yeah, okay.
Objection! Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not sure if you could grasp this or not. What the hey, Edgy? You make me sound like some sort of alien when your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time. I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge and immediately went to see what had happened. Is this correct? Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less. I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, The lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there at around 11 p.m. That sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act. That is impossible.
What do you mean?
11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hasakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There is no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time. Excuse me, I have an objection. You do? Edgy, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry. I'm Reese Dudley.
It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11, in which case, it could have been earlier than that.
Watch your footing there, Miss Francisca von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery, so there's still no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m.
And why not?
It is clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m. Which means what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by the flames that night.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was lit up like a Christmas tree.
Well, just a little bit. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until after the flames had died down. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m., but Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you to stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth. Now then, what happened during these missing 15 minutes? I feel like I just got brutally woken up by toilet splashback. I guess I was still sleeping after all. Pinch me. Order.
So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that as much of a problem.
Yeah, not much of a problem at all. Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes and there is a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Yes, witness, why didn't you? Were you there simply to watch the bridge burn? And therein lies the problem, for even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty.
That's what it sounds like.
But this is Larry we are talking about, and even he isn't capable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction. Edgy, I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude. Just as I thought. You've been playing with us all this time. Listen, I'm going to tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all? Yes? I mean, really say it this time. Everything.
Then say it.
Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this. However, let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth. Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness?
Perhaps he was talking to someone or something.
I'm a dude. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up into a frenzy of art.
I don't think so.
The shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out and then he came running up.
Bullshit.
I suppose artists can be strange folk. That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw that perfect sketch, including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts?
Hell no.
Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains. And what would that be? This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him. You'll regret it. You'll regret this, Edgy.
Okay. Alrighty.
Missing 15 minutes. Slow it down. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up sketching what? Hold it.
Okay, see, yeah, exactly.
What was he sketching? Hold it. Sketching? The burning bridge? Burning bridge and everything that came with it. What? Came with it. You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? You'll regret this. That's a sketch of mine. Ugh!
Enough! Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, witness.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
Oh my God.
That does indeed appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. What should I do? I got a terrible feeling. The instant the sketch is revealed, the entire world will be changed by what's depicted there.
Oh boy.
Look at the sketch.
Look at the sketch. The entire world.
Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please. Well, I couldn't have imagined it turned out like this. Imagine what? That Maurice Done's debut would take place here today, like this.
Ouch! Show it! Now!
Okay, but steel yourselves. This is the world of Maurice Donen.
Hold the phone. What's that?
What the? Well, so this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge. Your response, Miss Von Karma?
Yes, well, it's a better drawing than I expected.
Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames. I really did. Yes, I'm sure you did. This is gonna get ugly. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry! What? The burning bridge is fine, but what is that unfortunate looking figure? Ah, you spotted that? I thought you might. However much I want to ignore it, I can't. It's Iris, of course. Iris. I wish you'd take better care of herself. You have to plan for our future, you know. What would have happened to her if she had just injured herself flying like that? Ugh. Larry, please answer this next question honestly. Okay, are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames? Yep, that's what I saw.
Oh boy.
That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist. You! Hey, the girl, she's really high up in this picture.
Are you high? Holy shit.
Wow. What was that for?
This is all a bad dream. I was hitting you on the cheek to test that theory.
Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly.
Actually, there is some precedent for this.
She was flying pretty high, my sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge at least. It was really something to see. This has to be some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, please bring the witness back down to earth. What? Me? This witness is your friend, is he not?
Accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth.
Let us get back to the cross-examination. By force, if necessary. Mr. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here. Yes, Your Honor. Looks like I got another reason to remember this moron. Well, what do you think of my debut piece? Get that thing away from me!
Oh boy. A horrible sketch of what he saw the night of the crime.
Now hurry up and cross-examine it.
Artist repeatedly doing sketching from the bridge. Saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. She didn't have it.
Nope. She didn't have a hood. Objection! Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care. In your position, that's just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole $1 that it's the truth. And if that is truly the case, then there's one thing that we can say for certain. What might that be? That the person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant, Iris. What? What do you mean? I don't understand. Whoa!
Foolhardy folly of a foolish statement by an equally foolishly foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim?
Tell us, Larry. According to this picture, the individual whom you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct? Of course she was. That rundown shack is quite away from the bridge. The hood is what told me that this floating angel was my Iris. The hood is my darling Iris. And Iris is my darling hood. What?
These are big fools in this world that wanted to defend the bench.
Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of.
Oh boy.
On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood.
Uh-oh, your response?
She had given it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight?
Oh boy,
What are you talking about? I think you understand what I mean just fine. Why? Why did Nick have Iris's hood? What? Edgy, what's going on with Iris and Nick? Why you... Nick! You dog!
Oh boy. This poor bastard.
I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited and discarded, straight into the garbage.
What is it now, witness?
It feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. Edgy, today is the day I get to completely stupefy you. What? What is the meaning of your outburst, witness? I hate to have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence. Definitive?
Evidence?
Iris did indeed come flying over the buried bridge, and I, Laurice Doden, shall prove it.
Oh boy, what the hell?
I didn't expect to ask this again. You shall be needing your testimony once again. Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in the sketch. And show us your evidence that this nightmare was actually a reality. Okay, I hope you're ready, Edgy, because I'm gonna feed you a whopping serving of pain. You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time. Trust me.
Prove that Iris flew. Stupid ass.
When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led me to finding a beautiful crystal sphere, half buried in the snow.
And it has blood on it.
Uh-oh. I'm sure that I was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night.
Well,
Wait a minute now.
The victim did.
A crystal sphere? This one. Pretty, isn't it? But finders keepers.
That sphere. Where did you find it?
Let me see. Around here somewhere? Looks about right.
So that's where she was killed. Could be.
And it was half buried in the snow? And it pretty much stopped snowing by then. But there was still some falling as I walked to the bridge. The court accepted this crystal sphere. That's mine, okay? I want it back afterward. There's something on it. Oh my, it's blood. What? Blood? Crystal sphere added to the court record. You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning, you'll be calling me Master Larry.
I'm going to call you a master
God,
debater.
I like the sound of that. No one's going to push me around anymore. Didn't you want to be called Laurice Donum only a few minutes ago?
Proof that Iris flew. Jesus.
When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led to me finding a beautiful crystal sphere, half buried in the snow.
Yeah.
I'm sure that I was simply wearing a spare hood, yeah? After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
take
gonna-
a look at the photo.
No, I know
There's
exactly.
a photo, yeah.
Well, I mean, which photo? Oh,
Photo of Elise. Take a
this
look
one.
at it.
Yeah.
See, that's the
That's
crystal
I was
sphere.
gonna present her profile, but I'll go ahead and present that.
Yeah. Objection. Larry, that night, there was someone who lost a crystal sphere. There was? There was? Who? Who was this stupid idiot? Miss Elise Donham, the mentor to a stupid idiot.
The victim?
I have a photo of her here. And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar-looking crystal sphere. Hey, that's my photograph. Give it back.
Ouch! Crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like it on my brooch.
They look nothing alike. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff, found at the scene of the crime. Yeah! The crystal sphere, it's gone. What? What? Just what does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris. After all, she was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal sphere found at the landing site was not hers either. That means the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim of Elise Donham?
Einspruch! A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected.
You can't do that. I saw it with my own two eyes.
And this crystal sphere, this is nothing more than a red herring.
You honestly believe that?
It's some thought, and I'm sure you realize it as well, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Donham was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Therefore, this sphere cannot be related to this case. That is all.
Well, how the hell did it get there?
Objection. Miss Francisca von Karma, the only people who will accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns. Why are you pointing at me? The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to believe that this has nothing to do with the case.
Einspruch! That crystal sphere, it was probably thrown away by the bridge after the murder.
After the murder?
There is blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there to throw the investigation off the scent, which is the exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch.
What? You mean I'm the killer? No way!
All joking aside, just when did this crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe this is related to the case.
She makes a valid point. There is no evidence that Elise Donham left Hazakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transform into something else entirely. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? I want your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere. If it's not related to the case, then this witness who you called will have been nothing more than a monumental waste of time.
Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth.
Can I prove it? Can I prove that the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place? Yes, I can.
Yes, I can, I guess.
Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it. That's the only option. That's what he'd do. That's what he'd do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. You will do what?
That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he was cornered.
That should come as no surprise. Because right now, I am Phoenix Wright, and I am indeed cornered. I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Evidence that proves that the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder. The sphere itself.
So, all right. Okay.
It's got blood on it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it had to have been because that's where, I don't know. Let's pull it up.
Take that. This crystal sphere, it was half buried in the snow, correct? That's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing, then it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it. That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear. What? When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly.
Snowing?
On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there is no snow on the victim's body. Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder. What?
Jesus.
Order! 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 On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose. What could that have been? This sphere, there is some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge.
Einspruch! The murder didn't take place in the Hasakour Temple courtyard. Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness.
Just who is the fool, and which part is so foolish, Ms. Von Karma?
Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? His sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hasakour Temple courtyard.
Objection. That's not exactly true now, is it? To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body.
That's the same thing.
No, it isn't. You said it yourself.
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from the body, that would be when the blade is removed.
If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed. Thus, there was no bleeding.
Einspruch! You are forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth! At least Donham's body was found in Hasakour Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hasakour Temple. You mean to suggest someone carried the body all that way?
That might be a possibility. I made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I just need to prove that my version of the events is also perfectly plausible. If the defense is ready, the court would like to have an explanation. Please show us the method by which the victim's body was carried to Hasakour Temple.
By snowmobile, really?
Yeah.
I would think so.
The tracks photo.
Yeah. Has to be.
Yeah. Take that. On that snowy night, there is one way that a body could have been moved. The snowmobile. As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon. But it could also have been used to carry a body.
Oh.
Order! Order! Order!
This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth! You've dug yourself into your own grave!
What do you mean?
The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the one who moves the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin?
You're too late, Franziska von Karma. And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation.
What?
Where was the victim, Elise Donham, really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for? And finally, just what does this image mean?
Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it.
Objection! This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. However, he would never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he is enamored. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point. Edgy, thank you. That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances. Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It's just as I thought. Francisco Von Karma, you make a wonderful partner.
Excuse me?
There was one reason, and one alone, for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case, and then pass it on to Wright. Really? That's what this was all about? You could have just told me that from the very beginning. Then I wouldn't have had friends with me all day out.
Miles Edgeworth! I don't care about what you were here to do! This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel!
A shame that your chance seems to have slipped you by. What a shame, Francie!
This is all your fault! Such a terrible witness! You are not what all the legal system stands for! Ow, 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 ow! I see my satisfaction!
He's out. Out cold.
I cannot believe that the witness's testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer for the question it raises. Have his words here today been the truth or lies? Next time we gather in this courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I am counting on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution. And with this, the rest is up to you, Wright. Court is now adjourned.
Wow. To be continued.
Well, it's been like what? A minute,
It's
an hour and a half?
Hour and a half.
I say we keep going. What do you say?
Do you think we can finish off the investigation in 15 minutes?
I think so.
Let's try it. Okay, folks, we are plugging on.
Plug it on, boys. On to the investigation we go.
Huzzah! February 9th, 3:43 a.m. Hottie Clinic Intensive Care Unit. Oh my God!
I don't think
No.
we'll be running into that perv
I
anytime
hope.
soon.
I hope so. This is gonna be great. Okay. Still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. The first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in a court of law. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here, this isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him. Somehow. February 9th, 2:43 p.m. Dusky Bridge.
Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face.
Maybe Viridian and artist speak. Actually, my fever has gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. Oh my
that's
God.
a high fever.
That's
to me,
pretty high,
boys.
dude. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances.
We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon.
Yeah.
In the end, the Shikishido did not deliver the deadly blow, which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about.
Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here.
That is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into.
And that is?
Our client's background, naturally.
You mean Iris, sir?
I have a feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you,
I'm sorry, Edgeworth.
I bid you adieu, Wright. Take care.
There he goes. Guess I should get moving too. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I gotta get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. Ah, that's right. Maya's still stuck over at the inner temple. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thank you, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? All right, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out. I promise. And in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. And where in God's name is Pearls? Okay, I'm going to start looking around here. No clues here. There's a narrow path going off in a different direction than that of the main hall. Looks like someone's taken the effort to write to Heavenly Hall on the signpost. That thing looks like it's ready to collapse, at least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eagle Mountain is very prone to earthquakes. Which reminds me, if my memory serves me correctly, Edgeworth isn't exactly a fan of earthquakes.
Well, let's get to the main gate, shall we?
All right, sure. We probably should have focused on the snowmobile. February 9th, Hazakura Temple, main gate.
Come on, please. It's for art's sake, I swear.
There's only one guy I know could be this persistent and high-strung.
I'm talking about the heroine here. The heroine of my book. It'll make you famous. Ah!
Enough! A fool's who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright?
Huh? Me? Wait a second. I know you. You're, ow!
Your reflexes and mind need to shape up.
My brain's frying like a sunny side up and you want to grill me over a name?
Francie, you can't do that. Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told.
Flip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings?
No, it's not. I'm not on the brink of anything.
Come on, Nick. Tell her, would you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Francie's Whippity Whip Trip.
Oh, for God's sake.
My God. God.
Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least some semi-coherent testimony.
And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry.
I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh. Just like that dude with the red underwear. Don't think I'm going to forgive you guys and you come crawling back to apologize.
And he's off. Off he goes.
It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright.
Well, let's look at that snowmobile first. Love to know what that thing was used for on the night of the crime.
Ha! Still thinking small, I see, Phoenix Wright. Or perhaps not at all. That's why you will never defeat me.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I don't recall ever losing to you.
It's time for us to settle this once and for all with one final showdown.
Looks like she mentally blocked out my victories from her memory. All right, we're gonna talk to her, I guess. Have you been in Germany all this time?
That's right. Extending my perfect speed record, naturally.
Oh, joy. Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met?
I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy.
I see.
I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge.
Franziska was born and raised in Germany. Became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years, but now he is gone from this world. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me because of what happened to your father.
Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear?
Yes, Crystal.
Today's trial.
In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading this defense.
Little brother, Edgeworth. Come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well.
Miles, Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you.
Because it does.
That's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better.
It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute. Ow!
No smirking!
No whipping the sick!
That foolish fool doing such a foolish favor for such a foolish fool.
Edgeworth.
Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing, and one thing only. To pulverize you!
It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some Cold Killer X, you know.
Well,
Shout out.
I went over the whole case file on the flight over.
You read the whole thing?
Yes, every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did make it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge. Did you even consider the dangers?
No. The only thought in my mind was I have to get across.
A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks.
Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's got to be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night.
Okay,
Now what? So we could probably move back there, I guess.
How about the main hall?
All right.
February 9th, Hazakura Temple, main hall.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
we
right.
don't know. I have no idea. That was one long sigh. Okay. Sister Bikini? My. I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it. It's an acolyte stuck at the Inner Temple, and that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this?
Talk to her.
Yeah, I guess. I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elisa's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least I was until this morning. I don't see any Cyclops, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that artist who testified after me?
I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. I felt like I might start flying myself.
When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble. Nothing else. Both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth. That can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw.
Just keep talking.
On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the Inner Temple. Is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in a room in Hazakura Temple.
I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya's stuck all by herself at the inner temple. I'm so sorry. The drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know.
Earthquakes?
Yes, wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall.
Got to get Maya out of there. Fast!
Still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island.
Like an island? How so?
Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or the forest.
I see.
So a criminal will be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there.
That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and with no way of escape either.
Oh dear. Yes, I suppose it does.
Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. I'm curious about a few things if you don't mind answering some questions.
Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something?
No. I want to know a little more about the victim, Ms. Elise Donham.
I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or her bust size for that matter.
No, I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training.
My. You make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know.
There, you did it again. Sister Bikini. I noticed you always refer to Miss Donham as Mystic Elise.
Oh?
Yes, now why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte.
We address all our visitors as Mystic. It makes their experience feel authentic. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know.
You know that. How do you say for sure she's older than you? How old is she, anyway? Okay, the victim is... No, we don't know how old she is. Bikini's age 48. Lord. Okay. Alright. Uh-oh.
Cyclops!
Wow. Oh, there's a lot of them. Whew. Seems Ms. Elise Donham was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Ms. Donham on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all got to be connected somehow. Pearl. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess?
Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together.
Oh, man. My head's throbbing so bad it's killing me. Pearls. She was with Miss Donham on the night of the murder, remember?
Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once we'd finished...
Hold on.
I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner.
The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? Oh, boy. Well, she'd be a key witness.
According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either.
Come on. Keep calm. There's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll be done with the repair soon.
Well, I guess you know where to go then, don't you?
Back to the bridge, I guess.
Yeah.
Nope, not that. Well, I'll go here.
Yeah, the
February
courtyard.
9th,
Get to the courtyard.
courtyard. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. Nope, not yet. Well, hang on. Let's examine a little bit. Let's see. There's the staff here. This little piece of thing here. The skis, the ladder. The main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. And that's also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Is it possible that Miss Donham was pushed from the top of the wall? Well, she did get back by snowmobile, so that could be why she fell after death. And why Dusky Bridge was the site of the murder. Well, let's get back to that, Hey!
What was a jarring, inconsiderably loud yell?
So this is where you've been. Keeping nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well. Then I'll come along with you. And sorry, ma'am, no unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case.
What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me.
Well, yeah, but that's not what I meant.
It's been a while. Coffee.
It's Miss Von Karma. Oh, he's gone. He's out.
Sister, please, leave the investigation to me.
My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control.
I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to.
She worked to pin the guilt on Iris.
What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright?
That hurts, you know.
Silence! I, Francisca Von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me.
She's not seriously gonna follow me around, is she?
Well, let's go. Let's get moving then.
Move to the main gate.
And then to the
Move to the suspension bridge.
Then move to
Then we're gonna hurry up to the inner temple gate.
Yeah. February 9th. Inner temple gate.
Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before.
They must have commenced with the investigation.
Oh, Miss.
Oh, Mr. Nick.
That voice. It's Pearls. Pearls.
Mr. Nick. Mr. Nick.
So you were here ever since that night.
I was so lonely, I thought I was going to die. When I woke up in the morning and saw that Dusty Blaze was gone, I realized I was all alone.
She was all alone?
It must have been very trying for you, little girl. I am Francisca Von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. Oh, and the prosecutor who was so pessimistic while you were here. Well, I don't like you. You're nothing but a real girl without your wit.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Bryant didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you.
Looks like Pearls' words are getting under her skin. Ow, why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything.
You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away.
Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya?
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls?
Mystic Maya!
Hey, wait! Pearls! She just ran off. Ow!
That was cruel, Phoenix, right? To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable.
What was that all about? Pearls acting like that. It's giving me the creeps. Guess I'd better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago.
That incinerator.
Yeah, exactly. What's that doing here? There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. The door's also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty.
How naive of you, Phoenix Wright.
It's a bit strange, don't you think? Francisca Von Karma? I seem to remember.
Well,
There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. Oh, it was used. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently.
Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's impertinent to call people by their full name.
It's only copying you.
what about that other? Yeah,
Let's talk about this. Look at all the Buddha statues lined up along this path.
Phoenix Wright, do you think this is how many siblings the head nun has?
Huh? Why don't you ask her the next time you see her?
You know what? I think I do.
And she'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. Look at that.
Phoenix Wright!
What? And would you stop calling me by my full name like that?
Was this once a prosperous port?
A port?
Yes, that metal hook is a mooring post for boats, you know.
Oh, that. There's an anchor for one of the wires that's used to hold up the bridge. I think the wire that was tied to this one probably snapped when the bridge burned down. I mean, there's no way there was ever a port all the way up here. Wow!
Don't get smart with me, Phoenix Wright.
I didn't say anything. It's like, all right.
The interesting lock at the back of the room.
Yep.
This must be the door that leads to the inner temple, where Maya Fane was training on the night of the murder.
Yes, it's a solitary room there called the training hall.
You could do with some training yourself, Phoenix Wright.
Yow!
You're completely out of shape.
Ugh. I don't know how much more of this woman I can take.
Okay.
There's this one. There's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though.
Come now, Phoenix Wright. What are you doing? Let's go in. It's half open anyway. What harm could come of it?
It says no entry.
Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you'd like and then simply say, whatever?
That's got nothing to do with anything. Who told you that?
Well, let's move to the training hall then.
All right. So go to the training hall. I hope oh, wow.
There's
There's a lock on it.
February 9th, Inner Temple Training Hall.
There's 9. There's a number 9 on it. No. That's just the Nakatama. Then that thing's covered in what is
Gravy.
What's wrong? Why are you so quiet?
Maya. She was supposed to be in your training.
Yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen.
What's that? That strange lock. Wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes.
So let's look at that gravy. Look at that poster.
Yeah, hang on.
What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright?
It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually...
A woman? I don't see any woman here.
There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. It's gravy.
What's the matter?
This scroll, it's been completely covered in gravy.
Oh, yes. There is a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see.
No one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must be the gravy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? Uh-oh. The Misty Phase image is obscured by gravy. Before and after view under the check screen.
Now take a look at the lock.
This door. I was here 2 days ago. That weird lock wasn't on it.
It's changed. It's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before.
I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psych lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern.
What took you so long? I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this. Mr. Trite.
Prosecutor Godot! I didn't know you were here.
Prosecutor?
How come you didn't show up at the trial today?
I could ask you the exact same question.
Huh? But I had a cold, so...
I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding.
Enough! I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very first kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial?
Who's the wild mare, Trite?
This is Ms. Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today.
Well, I guess I owe you one. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins.
Just who do you think you are? This case is mine.
Hey, Philly, know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. I'm only going to say this once, Lady von Wippenberg. Go home.
Phoenix Wright!
What are you hitting me for?
You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, Trite.
What?
You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something in motion that you'll never be unable to undo.
There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger? Or is it sorrow?
I'll talk to him, see what we got.
You had some important business and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it?
I've told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Wright, I've experienced something most have not. Death.
You died?
Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. Meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is, well, let's just say, modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me.
So, you mean that mask you wear is...
This ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face.
I didn't know.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk in my body going with regular servicing.
I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death? How is that possible? What happened?
Why don't you ask him?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, that's right. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended, and who ended it for me.
Well, Phoenix Wright, do you?
I don't know what he's talking about. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know how Godot was killed.
Remember that?
It will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite?
Can't undo.
Earlier, you said I've done something I can never undo. What did you mean by that exactly?
The inner temple here on this side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island.
That's what Sister Bikini said too.
I wonder, Trite. You know what the police are doing here today?
What do you mean?
They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing.
Missing?
As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge.
Huh? But that's impossible. She came here that night and...
I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place.
One? Where is that?
The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we are standing in right now. This is the only place that the search party has yet to explore.
So they haven't searched that cavern yet, huh?
Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best.
No!
Which means, Trite, that you sent Maya Fey to her death.
You fool! In this situation, why aren't you in there with the search party right now?
You must have blinders on like a Squarian angel.
Equestrian angel.
You must have blinders on like an equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. Making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Trite, once again, a woman dies because of you.
Whoa. Once again? What are you talking about?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you.
Because of me?
And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey.
Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. Oh, that's great.
It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man, but she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy.
Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy. Personally.
Sure, this phase murder was caught, but that won't bring her back.
Well, no, but
You were with her at the time. You and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You say Mia Fey was your teacher? Well, then I'd say you've learned nothing, Trite. You robbed her of her life. And now, you've let her sister suffer the same fate.
I haven't sentenced Maya to death. No.
Trick lock.
What is this peculiar looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be a simple matter of...
I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. Repeated tremors have weakened the foundations of the training hall. Any excessive force used to break the lock over there. Well, let's just say the inner temple and the sacred cavern will be a thing of the past.
Very well. Then dare I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with the key?
Sure. Just show me where the keyhole is in this trick lock.
There's no keyhole?
That's right. An interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it.
Then who was it?
Simple. The accused.
What? Iris?
When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was to train in there.
Sister Bikini did mention it a number of times, now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training.
So Iris, the accused, is the only one who can open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now.
Iris is the only person who can open this lock? I hope she gets here soon. Hang on in there, Maya. We'll get you out.
So, I should be getting back to work.
Wait, Godot. How sure about Maya are you?
There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You'd better start praying. You'd better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon.
Edgeworth?
Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never.
Huh? Accept?
You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix, right?
That's what everyone says. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. So
Let's get out of here.
All right. Well, I guess we can only go to the inner temple. Uh-oh. What's this? I don't know.
I don't know.
Should I or shouldn't I? Sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from? Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. My brain is just driving me nuts. Ah!
Is something troubling you, Coffee?
Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir.
It was merely a simple greeting, a friendly tap on the shoulder with my whip.
So what's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind? How do you know, pal?
Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that off or not?
How did you know, sir? Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay? The one that says no entry on it? I kinda already snuck in there. You trying to be clever or something?
So what's behind there, Coffee?
Huh? Kind of a garden-like garden. Garden? Yeah, anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you, pal. You got me? Isn't it normally the other way around? Well, see you later. What the hell? Wash what off?
So, shall we adjourn to this garden, Phoenix Wright?
Of course. What else would we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off.
Well, get in there and find out. Garden. What?
What
the hell?
Oh, man. Come on. Again?
What's that thing on the ground?
I know. I see that too, but the first thing I saw was the victim's name written in blood.
God.
And there's a broom over there too in
Oh,
her
so-
garden. Uh,
There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is.
strange feeling. Forget about that. What's that strange writing on the stone lantern? What are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you can't come in here.
Don't you know, Scoffy? Avant Karma will always show up wherever there is a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here.
But
I just talked to him.
let's examine first.
Yeah.
What the heck is that? Uh-oh. You spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious.
It says Maya.
Yeah, before you ask, it's red in blood.
You will answer all our questions now, Scoffy, without exception.
Yes, sir. What's this thing on the ground over here? There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. It's pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently, it belonged to the victim.
To Miss Elise Donham?
Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and this charm match exactly. Sounds to me like this little trinket is going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. Master's talisman into the court record. So then, okay, so that might get with that might start to unravel Bikini's
Now
Cyclops.
the stone lantern and the ground around it.
So what? So okay,
That's soil.
little lantern, a little statue.
It is certainly a quaint little garden. Oh! What is this huge bowl here for?
Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, isn't it?
Everything else is completely frozen over, but the ice in this bowl has been broken.
That's true. I wonder if this has any impact on the case. Well, I doused my face earlier with the water in this. I was getting kind of sleepy. Ow!
Next time you're sleepy, you need only come to me. Got it?
Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. It's an almost perfect rectangle. It couldn't have happened naturally.
Yes, it appears as though someone has carefully cleared away the snow. No doubt it was you, wasn't it, Scoffy?
No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when the men and I got here to start the investigation. If it wasn't the police, then who did it? Oh, yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Just between the three of us, okay?
What is it? This is us.
It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it?
Understood.
Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see? I was so disappointed, I just picked up my mouth guard and cried all the way home. Man, I got into so much trouble when I left it on the couch. Yeah,
Is that it?
that's it. Yeah. Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason. Though I can't even begin to imagine what that reason could be.
Talk to him. Now talk to him.
Alright, okay, let's take a look at these. There are a couple of torches here. Guess you need all the light you can get up here in the mountains. Yeah, I was looking at those things, pal. Looks like they've been lit pretty recently.
Recently? How recent are we talking about?
As recent as the night of the murder. I was training here on the night of the murder. It's not unreasonable to think these things were lit up at the time, I guess. Alright, let's talk. Investigation. So how's the Inner Temple investigation going? We have the best forensic team in the world working the place.
Forensic team? And what was the outcome of this scientific study?
Nothing. Scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle.
That's simply not good enough, Scoffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that?
Uh-oh. Well, there are a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir.
That stone lantern and the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct?
They look kind of fishy to me, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were kind of hard to say, actually. Guess I better look into them myself.
Maya.
About Maya. Did Mr. Godot tell you yet? Yes, we heard. He's got a search party out looking for her. There's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on this side of Dusky Bridge. And all we can do now is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth? He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here.
We'll have to wait, since she is the only one who can open the door to the sacred cavern.
Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal. Huh? Wonder what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down, I felt like I was drowning. Sounds pleasant.
Bloody right.
Maya. So these letters are written in blood? Yeah. What's worse, it's the victim's blood. Huh? This is Miss Donham's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal.
Most interesting. Phoenix Wright, I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down?
You know what? That was really bothering me too. But I just came up with the answer. The result of my own special gumshoe investigation.
Really? Do tell.
Well, the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down. Huh?
Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise Donham wrote these letters herself, in her own blood.
You must be joking. That's impossible. And the writing in the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of Ms. Elise Donham's murder. At least that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal. What?
True crime.
So Ms. Donham was killed here? However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now. Then what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard at the main temple was... Well, what was it? If that wasn't the scene of the crime, what did she see? What do you think, Miss Van Kammer?
Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no?
Wait a sec, the bloody writing and all the other clues here, someone could have easily set all that up after the murder, right? Sorry, that's not an option, pal. Why not?
How quickly you forget, Phoenix Wright. Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out.
Huh. I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men. Which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal. Ugh. I can't think of a counter-argument to that. I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here. This really was the scene of the crime. I need to figure out exactly what it was the Bikini actually saw.
Get back to the main hall then.
All right. Nope, that's the wrong hall.
That's a training hall. The temple gate.
And then we go back to the suspension bridge.
The main
And
gate.
Main gate. And we got February, and then we got another date here.
It seems you have a visitor.
Mr. Wright,
Iris, I'm really glad to see you.
Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency.
Not him again.
Never mind him. We gotta hurry and unlock the sacred cavern.
sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone so important to you is locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later?
All right. Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright.
Hold it! Wait, Edgeworth, I'm coming with you guys.
Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us.
What?
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position.
What do you mean by a delicate position?
This isn't simply a rescue operation, Wright. It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere.
Come on, Edgeworth.
If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand.
But it's Maya.
Mr. Wright, all that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct?
Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright.
From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us.
no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention?
She's right. Thanks for reminding me.
Something's going on here.
Oh my gosh. Well, remember you were talking about the whole, Crane Village crap and the politics?
Yep.
Oh boy, it's starting to form in my mind now.
Yep.
Sister Bikini looks like she shrunk some since I last saw her.
Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini?
My. Hello, you two. How are you doing?
Ah, the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down.
I was just here, just accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince.
She's talking about Edgeworth?
Just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened. Poor Iris. I was worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her?
Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain.
Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see.
Huh? Me? Ah! Oh, yes. You did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular.
Two of the only ones who said that to me.
Can't shake the feeling I just became a shill to a shrew.
Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright?
Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those cyclocks of hers.
Yep. Guess what time it is?
Oh yeah, baby, you know it is.
Ready.
Get your hands up, type, and
Forfeit time.
look at all, man, that's heavy duty shit right there too.
Airtight.
At least Donham. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Ms. Elise Donham had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity.
What on earth are you talking about? Mystic Elise was an author. Just an author of picture books.
To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her.
Suspicions?
Yes, I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. Now I do. This piece of evidence proves Ms. Donham's a true identity.
That talisman.
Mm-hmm. Well, not this one, but this one? No.
This red.
This guy. That's the same thing.
Get ready for fireworks.
Ms. Donham had this charm with her at all times.
Ah! Where did you...
This isn't some cheap good luck charm either.
Then, what do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean?
It's a talisman, isn't it? Interesting.
Oops.
This thing speaks volumes about who Ms. Donham really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally prove Ms. Donham's true identity. It's the gravy stain.
It's the
Oh my god. The painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. This scroll shows the master of the Crane channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of that honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her.
Ah!
This crest is reserved for the master of Crane.
Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about.
The new master, Maya Fey, told me.
What? You mean that Acolyte is Misty Fey's
Daughter? Yes. And she slipped it up. She said Misty Fey.
Are you sure?
Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor.
Mystic Misty!
Oh, they're all broken.
They're all busted. All at once.
Unlock successful. Now talk to her.
Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with that mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all.
What is the significance of this talisman, sister?
The Crane talisman? It's the symbol of the Master of Karain. The bearer must carry with them always until their death.
Until the death?
So at least Donum was really Maya's mother, huh?
She was Misty Faye, the master of the Karain channeling technique.
The truth comes out at last. Looks like we're making some headway here.
Tell me, sister. After 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now?
Because something happened that called her out of hiding.
But what happened?
Well,
Oh no!
What's happening?
It can't be.
earthquake! Ah! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might...
The inner temple?
The sacred cavern in the training hall! It might very well cave in!
What? Maya!
Oh no!
Oh, Jesus.
It seems to have passed.
Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go.
Was?
To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Huh? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, all right?
Of course, you run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready.
No, you heard.
Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I am with you.
Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's all right.
You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth?
Come on, let's go. All right, well, you heard,
Go, go,
you
go.
heard her. Da-da-da-da-da, charge! Gotta hurry to the inner temple and... Right! Ah, what are you doing here? Ugh.
How could I?
How do you expect it to understand if you don't speak up?
Ow! Hey, why am I the one getting whipped?
She's gone.
No!
The defendant, Iris. She's gone.
Gone where?
She fled. She escaped.
Was?
Oh, jeez. Fireworks. So, it was just now, during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness, his fear of earthquakes.
I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes and I stupidly passed out.
That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it?
That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Right? The inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side.
We haven't seen her.
And we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom.
Wait, Edgeworth, have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet?
Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross.
No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth.
What are you talking about?
Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake.
Then you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation?
Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary.
Right?
Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall, sacred cavern, now.
All right, let's go.
February 9th, inner temple, training hall. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in, but what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. 5 cyclones.
What?
5, oh my gosh. How can there be...
Even more locks?
What is the meaning of this?
What the?
Iris. Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on?
I asked that question myself, but to be continued. Oh,
boy.
man.
Okay. All
We
of
better,
this, yeah,
I think we better cut it right here.
No, we're cutting, guys. But the game is definitely afoot.
Yes,
So-
it is. Let's overwrite the data.
Okay, so, yep. So there we go. So 3-2 investigation. So, folks, thank you so much for viewing our stream. For those of us that's left over, you know, I'm hoping that the audio quality is better. We'll definitely watch this back and see if there's anything we can improve on. But I can tell you, I think we're going to have a lot of good stuff on our hands. So, with that said, please tune in next week. You'll be glad you did. I'm the Cannonball Alex Steele.
I am the package Andrew Steele.
We are the Steel Brothers,
And we are for real. Top guys out.
But before we go, there's one place I want to check.
Yeah?
So let's see who's online right now. Those of you who are watching, we're going to go ahead and raid somebody for you.
Okay.
So give me 1 second.
All right.
So then, yep. I think if we go here. Nope, we got to go
Well,
here.
all right. There's nothing happening.
Hang on. Let me see here. Of course, I'm rubbing the thing with my shoulder here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's taking some time. One viewer is ready to raid. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Click, clock.
Raid it now.
So, yep. We are raiding with a party of one. So, hope you'll enjoy the show, and we will see you back here next week, right here on Voice Acting.